Welcome, everyone, to episode 59 of 1 Hour, 1 Decision, 1H1D. I am Chris.
And I am Tom.
And we take 60 minutes and play a random game on Xbox Game Pass and decide, do we like fighting fires?
Or do you want it all to burn?
Yes. This episode, we're going to be talking about Embr by Curve Games. This game came out back in September of 2021. And I play this on the PC as usual. Again, very odd. But on the PC, it was 9.11 gigabytes. Tom?
9.4 gigabytes on the Xbox One. Yeah.
Makes no damn sense, I tell you. But let's get into it. What kind of game is this?
I like what you wrote. But I have first-person action puzzle game.
Yeah, I wrote this down looking at the images, and I totally screwed up. It is not a cooperative third person. It is a cooperative first person firefighting, aka steal people's stuff game, because that's what we did a lot during this playthrough. And this is a game that Tom and I played together.
Woo!
Yeah, so that was interesting. And Tom actually got a headset that worked and was not echoing, and I didn't hear myself, so that was always a plus.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm happy about that. That was a successful playthrough. But let's talk about that game loop. What do you got, Tom?
Break into burning buildings to save clueless people and their possessions.
Yeah, that's a good one. I put do missions with various objectives to get money and ratings to do more missions, all the while in a burning building.
Ooh, accurate.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because, building is burning the whole time.
The whole
it's
time.
Never not burning.
I mean, you could try, but
do you think that's possible? I don't think it's possible.
I don't think
think there's enough water or fire suppressant available to you.
No, it's like you feel like you take him out. You feel like you've taken out that particular room, but it just keeps coming back.
Nope.
Keeps coming back. So,
Chris, why don't you start with some things that we liked?
Sure. I love the fact that it was cooperative and up to 4 people. So that was pretty cool. That the fact that you can get 3 of your buddies to be firefighters and save the day. I also thought they had some fun with this game for sure. There was a lot of ridiculousness with the advertisements, because there's a lot of advertisements in this game, but like tongue in cheek, right? So there's stuff that like making fun of like Uber Eats and a monthly subscription whatever companies. Like there's a subscription company called Boxobox. Is that what it is?
Boxob. It's box forward and backwards.
Yes, Boxob. Sorry. And where it's a monthly subscription of boxes.
Box of boxes.
Box of boxes. That was great. Although I guess kind of useful. I know I always like to ship stuff, and if I don't have the right size, it always pisses me off.
Yeah, like if you were a eBay seller or something like that, might actually be a good service to join.
You never know. And I liked, even though you kind of touched the base, the variety of missions, at least in the first hour, was pretty good. It wasn't always just go fight fires, go rescue people. It was also like go salvage things or get out of a burning building, etc. So,
yeah.
What about you, Tom? What you got?
Right from the jump, this game has its own little stylized art style, and we always talk about that. This game will look good, for a while. It's because it's very colorful and pops. It's definitely silly, like we talked about a little bit there. It was fun to play with physics and throw things around, whether they were boxes or people or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. I also thought there was a fair amount of unlockables to keep things going. Like, we didn't even use that many of them, the two of us, but you can unlock new tools, you can unlock new other kinds of gear. It has multiple loadouts, so you can make, different, I guess, based on maybe what kind of mission you're going to do. You can have a loadout ready.
I believe it's like in the map had a very a pseudo feel of like Brooklyn. Like I feel like the areas were, not making fun of, but like they were like parodies of certain areas in Brooklyn, right? From what I saw, it was like bed bug sty and like, so, stupid stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I also thought, because every time you complete a mission, you also get rated, just like in Uber, you get rated. And the going back to the silliness, some of the reviews were pretty ridiculous. I think there was one where someone mentioned that they had you'd broken their back or something like that.
One of them was 4 stars because you left my uncle.
Yeah, that's right. And what was it? Was it the first or second mission that we played where we lost Bill? Was it Bill or Bob?
I think it was Bob.
It was Bob. Yeah,
poor Bob. One or the other.
We left Bob in the blazing inferno of that building. So sorry. I also thought the tutorial was pretty good. We didn't get to play that together.
No, yeah.
That was single player. So right off the jump, you don't, which is surprising. I think, did Aliens Fire Team? No, we had to do something first before that too. Yeah,
but very minimal. In Aliens, we had to like create a character and then hit like talk to a person, and that was it. We didn't actually have to play the game at all, or did we? Maybe we did.
No, I don't think so. I think you're right. I don't know. We had to talk to certain people, and then once you talk to them, then it was like, okay, go have at it.
Yeah, but here you actually had to play like a full-on mission.
Right. You had to. I mean, they were just showing you the mechanics of the game. Which
yeah. It wasn't obnoxious or anything. It was just, but it was something where. But it was also well laid out in the opening title screen. Only that was an option. Like multiplayer and all that stuff was grayed out. It had like a bullet point on it, like you got to do this. So it wasn't like confusing at all that we had to play that.
Yeah, so that was good, and I also thought that it was pretty easy to get us connected as well. We did a private lobby, and we got in, and our loading times were, I think they synchronized even the loading times, which was pretty good, because we both loaded in at the same time into the mission.
I was probably holding you back playing on the Xbox.
It was still pretty good though. So well done.
I did appreciate that you weren't constantly like in there waiting for me.
Yeah. So, anything else?
One more. I do have one more little thing that I wanted to touch on, which is that the puzzles in the game do increase in complexity as you play, and there are multiple ways to solve these problems, especially when you have two people trying to solve the problem at the same time. And it was fun to solve puzzles cooperatively with you. Like Portal 2, right, has that whole like campaign for co-op, separate from the single player game. And this has got kind of like that, where you have you can tackle this game with a friend, and having a second set of hands actually does make the work easier
or more difficult, depending on the situation and who you're playing with. But true. Yeah, I agree. Because I think there was like one example I think we failed a particular mission where we had to pick, like, I think we had to rescue a bunch of people.
Yes.
And that first time, okay, then we were like, okay, well, we'll divide the floors. So then, like, I started from the top and you started on the bottom. We worked our way to the middle, and then, did our thing there. throwing people out of the building as quickly as possible.
Yeah, or that one time that I was you were upstairs, but there was electricity going on, and I was in the basement, and I cut the electricity for
Yes.
you. Like,
Yeah, that's cool stuff. I really appreciate when there are like little things like that that actually um bring that whole like, or we are actually working together.
yeah,
Like whereas I feel like sometimes like a lot of shooters and stuff like that, it's just you guys are just shooting at the same thing, trying to put as many bullets into this enemy, and that's it.
right.
Um, there's this where like you mentioned,
It's
the
just
puzzle,
additional damage output. You have
right?
more people, so you put more damage out.
Yeah, but then
That
they spike up the health of the thing, so it's like
right, or they add more enemies.
yeah. So that was cool. It was a nice little thing. But off from nicenesses
Mm.
to dislikesnesses. That's not a real word. That's okay. We'll go with it. What didn't you like about this game, Tom?
Well, to start, it was easy to fix, but right
Mm,
away the default sensitivity on the Xbox was like way too high.
mm,
Like I was like going all over the place, like I had no control over my character.
right.
And I was like, I don't know what they were thinking, but fortunately I was able to fix that pretty
Yeah.
easily. Things that I weren't able to change very easily were my character.
Yeah.
Did not like that. I didn't like being this old glass bespeckled person
Yeah.
the whole time.
Looked like a Gerda. Gertrude? Yeah, looked like a Gertrude. That's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know what was up with that.
I don't know either. But yeah, like you even if you go to the option where we thought it was, where you could change your profile image,
Mm-hmm.
because then after you change your profile image, the character's face changed. It didn't do anything. I still saw you as Gertrude.
Yep. And ditto for me.
Messed up. But I will also say, going back to what you were talking about, the sensitivity, I think like near the end of our playthrough, I was starting to feel a little motion sick.
Ooh.
I don't know. This might be the second game I've had that kind of issue. I don't know what it was, but maybe it was a sensitivity or something. But I was just like, ugh. By the end of it, I wanted to turn off my screen and go to bed. But
It is very like colorful and chaotic, so that may
mhm.
be part of it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when you play a lot of FPS games, they tend to be more like gritty and darker. This is
yeah.
like a lot of color in your face all at the same
That's true.
time.
That's true. It is a very colorful game.
There's a lot of flashing, like when you're getting electrocuted and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, but I know you mentioned that you liked the art style. I thought it was kind of hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
Um,
No, to clarify, I like that it
they
was
had a style
a
that could
style.
be right. Okay.
I don't know that I was in love with the style of the game. I just appreciate when people who make games go, I want this game to be timeless on some level, so I'm
Yeah,
going to make some artistic choices.
yeah. And Tom, I forgot to mention, we did play this in first person.
We
We did
did.
not see our feet,
Huh?
so
That is a crime.
that is a crime. We could see the inside of your gloves,
Hmm.
but like, which made you feel, and I think this is the first thing I actually mentioned when we were playing it. Made you feel like it was a VR game,
Yeah.
and this game I think this would be great in VR.
Yeah. I think this is another one that lends itself to VR.
Hmm. And I don't know about you, but I felt a little, um, so like the objectives sometimes were a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Um, when I say that, I'm talking about like this the I know we had to salvage like that when we did our salvage missions.
Hmm.
Um, my thought was, okay, we got to throw it into our truck to salvage it. But then they're like, why are you stealing our stuff? I was like, where am I supposed to put this? I think throughout the entire time we were trying to figure out where do we put it, and then we found out that we just throw it out of the house. As long as it's outside of the house, it counts. I was like, okay. And a lot of times where it was like it wasn't a main objective, but it was more like find the hidden cache, find the bonus cache. But they never told you, like, once you found the first one or whatever, it didn't give you how many more are left in the level. So it's
Right.
like you'll never know. And then like I felt like I didn't feel like a sense of accomplishment at that. Like I always felt like, okay, did I miss something? But maybe that's the point. I don't know.
Could be. But I hear you and I agree with you. I don't like the question mark of like, did you get them all? Did you not get
Yeah.
them all? Like,
Yeah.
were there 10 of them and you only got one? Were there two and
Right.
you only got one? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like I have to.
I do also have to point out that you said that you thought that the mission variety was kind of good. I want to disagree. To me, they all kind of felt the same. While I
I mean,
understand they
yeah.
said like do this or do that, but
Right.
like the gameplay was fundamentally the same. You're
Okay,
still
that's fair.
breaking
I
into
mean,
buildings. You're still
right.
like,
Oh, you know what? You know what is? I just thought about it right now. That didn't make sense. Also, why couldn't you open doors? Like you had to break down every door.
yep.
I mean,
Well,
no sense. But okay. I mean, maybe that's just adding to the humor of it, like that. You, you don't know how to open doors. You just break them down with an axe. I don't know, but
yeah.
yeah. Anything else you wanted to bring up? Any other negatives or?
I did have one other point. I was incapacitated a bunch and I needed
Yes.
you to save me. And like, I know that some of that is my fault, but it's just not fun to sit and wait, when you're
Mm,
playing a game. Like, okay, I messed up, I suck. And
right.
then like I've got to wait for you to come, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we played the D&D game, the Baldur's Gate, right?
Okay.
Whatever it was called. You had the ability to kind of like almost like respawn, and you'd have to like respawn back at the beginning of the level and then
Yeah.
like rejoin. But
Yeah.
it's like if I know that my friend is not going to come get me for so many minutes, like
Let me.
let me do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. I could see that being annoying. And then but you were still allowed to fight fires from like
Wait, and think about like we're friends, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So you are going to come help me, but like imagine playing this with three strangers online. Like
Oh yeah.
I could see this you being incapacitated and then that's it. That's all you do. You know what I mean? Like and
That's
then you
true.
just sit and wait minutes.
Strangers
Just
are
not fun.
just rude people.
It's true. Don't talk to strangers, kids.
Don't talk to strangers. Um yeah. I think let's get back. Let's go into the notables here. I will say that this game
Mhm.
is crossplay. It is crossplay and cross
Ooh.
save compatible. So Xbox Play Anywhere compatible, which is pretty cool. Um, and I say every time that I see this option, every game, especially multiplayer game, should have that option.
Yeah.
You know. So, did you want to bring up anything else? Any other notables?
Uh I did write something here. So
Yes, you did.
uh I enjoyed the not so subtle critique of people so distracted by their phones that they do not notice their home burning down around them. I
Yes.
mentioned it when we were playing. It's great. There are characters and they're literally just there on their phone,
Yeah.
looking down at their phone,
Yeah.
fires everywhere. And you're just like, yep. I mean, this tracks, right? This probably would happen in real life.
It was like I feel like I think literally everyone was on their phone. Even like when you busted open someone in their toilet in their toilet seat, they had their phone on their in their hand, and everything was just on fire. It's all
The
right.
the only other option, I think, was the person like screaming and flailing their
Yes,
arms
yeah,
around, right? I think those are the two kinds of people you run into.
because
One
they
is
lost their phone. Their phone probably melted
right.
in the fire. That's what
Nothing
happened.
to do with the fire. They couldn't find their phone, so they're screaming and running around. What are they going to do with
Oh god,
themselves?
yeah, just die in the fiery inferno. That's all. Uh, so. It's time for our final decision.
It is.
Are we going to keep playing this game? I also do want to mention it is funny that we were playing Firewatch.
Yes.
Which I went back to and beat, by the way.
Ooh, look at that.
It didn't take 4 hours. It took less than 4. But
nice. Well done, Chris.
Thank you. So yeah, then we played Firewatch, and now we're playing Embr. Sorry. And fighting fires, watching fires to fighting fires. Was this game though enough for us to keep going for after this hour?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You can go.
So I think it was a lot of fun to play with you, but I have zero interest in playing it by myself. And most of the time I play video games by myself. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody who's been watching our show. So I don't think that I'm going back to this, but who knows? I mean, I guess if you want to hit me up and say, let's play this, maybe I'd be down.
Yeah.
How about you?
I will say this is right up my alley in terms of a cooperative game with hilarious hijinks that ensue. So I'm definitely going to keep playing this game. But to your point, I don't think this is a game I would play by myself. I think this game would be very difficult by yourself, and I wouldn't want to play with strangers. I would want to play with friends on this for sure. But I am going to keep it because I feel like this is a game that because there've been a lot of cooperative games, but not great cooperative games recently. But I think this is probably one of the better cooperative games that I played recently. So yeah, I'm keeping it.
It is very pick up and play. So it is a game that's very easy for anybody to kind of grab and run with.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Like you could get up and playing this game in 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With full grasp of what you're supposed to do. And
yep. Absolutely. So those are our thoughts. Let us know what you think of this game. Follow and say hello to us on Twitter at TC1H1D or shoot us an email at TC1H1D@outlook.com. Check out our next streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/1H1D. And if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, send us a comment down below and we promise to read and respond. And we are part of the QTB network, aren't we, Tom?
Yes, we are.
And yeah, so we are part of the QTB network. And be sure to check out our QTB partner in crime, Kung Fu Penguin. He's a streamer, and he's serving me up Fortnite, Minecraft, and a whole lot of other family-friendly content. Learn more at quitthebuild.com/Kung Fu Penguin.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I want to watch a penguin do Kung Fu.
Yeah. You know what we got to watch? The surprise me button.
What?
Yeah. We got to find out what we're playing next.
Oh my God.
Surprise me button. Tell us. What are we playing?
The Mighty Oracle.
Here we go. Okay. Kid-friendly game. After a kid-friendly promotion here. Super Lucky's Tale.
I have not played that before.
Neither have I. But this was a big deal at the time, I think, for Xbox because they didn't have many platformers.
Yeah, and it was an exclusive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still is exclusive, I guess.
Well, I'm not sure either. But that's going to be our next game, Super Lucky's Tale. And we'll be playing that and giving you guys our thoughts. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks, everybody.